All right, let's talk about saving your first $10,000. I know, for a lot of us, that number just feels huge, right? Maybe even a little bit impossible, especially if you've never really been a consistent saver before. But what if I told you there's a simple step-by-step system to get you there? Okay, let's dive in.
This just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Saving your first 10K feels impossible until you understand the steps. It feels like this giant mountain you've got to climb all at once. But that feeling of being overwhelmed, that doubt, that's completely normal. The secret isn't some crazy high income or a massive sacrifice, it's just about understanding the process. So here's the big idea. We're going to just throw out the idea of saving $10,000. Forget it. Instead, we're going to focus on a series of small, repeatable actions that build on each other. This is all about building confidence over time, not piling on the pressure. Let me show you exactly how this works. First things first, we have to bust what I call the 10K myth. We get so fixated on this big, shiny number that we totally miss what's actually important. The number itself isn't some magic key to financial freedom. The real goal is building the habit of saving. I mean, think about it. Once you have the habit, the system, saving kind of just happens on its own. A strong habit can save you 10 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand over time. The number is just a milestone. The habit, that's the engine. That's what gets you there, and more importantly, what keeps you going long after you've hit that first goal. So, okay, how do you actually build that habit? Well, you start small, like really small. Forget about trying to find hundreds of dollars in your budget right now. Let's just talk about getting off the starting blocks. The first, ridiculously easy steps you can take today.
How about $50? Can you save just $50 this month? That's it. For most of us, that's doable, right? It's like one dinner out or a few fancy coffees. The amount doesn't really matter. What matters is proving to yourself that you can set a goal and actually hit it. That's your first win.
And once you do it, once you save that $50 and you feel that little win, well, maybe next month you try for 100. You're starting to build momentum. You're seeing that this isn't so painful and your confidence is starting to grow.
And then maybe it's 200. You see what's happening here? We're not trying to leap from 0 to 1,000. We're just building the saving muscle one little rep at a time. And being consistent with small amounts is infinitely more powerful than trying and failing to save a huge amount once. Now, here's a really cool trick to make this feel even more achievable. Instead of one giant, scary $10,000 bucket, we split it up into what people call sinking funds. Basically, you give every single dollar a job. Maybe 3 grand is for emergencies, 2 grand is for a future trip, and so on. Let's be honest, saving for travel feels way more exciting and real than just saving for savings. Okay, so you've started small, and you've broken down your big goal into smaller, more exciting ones. Now, let's build the engine that's going to make this whole thing run on autopilot, the core habits. Okay, this right here, this is probably the single most powerful wealth-building habit there is. Seriously. Pick a day. Payday is perfect. The second your income hits your account, before you pay a single bill or buy anything, you move your savings amount. You pay yourself first. This simple little trick ensures you save consistently every single time without even thinking about it. But, setting it on autopilot is only half the battle. How do you make sure you actually stay aware and in control so you don't feel like your money's just vanishing into thin air? It's simple. You build a little weekly check-in habit. Seriously, just once a week for 5 minutes. You pop open your accounts, you just notice where the money went. And here's the key part, you identify just one small change you could make for next week. This isn't about beating yourself up for that extra coffee. It's just about noticing, learning, and feeling like you're in the driver's seat of your finances. And this is a perfect example of what that one small change looks like in real life. It doesn't have to be some huge, painful sacrifice. Just deciding to skip one food delivery order could easily free up $20, maybe more. That's an extra $80 a month. That's almost $1,000 a year from one tiny, repeatable decision. This is how normal people build serious savings.
And this all leads us to the final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle. It's the psychology behind why this all works so well. It's the incredible power of seeing progress.
Now, I'm going to say something that might sound a little crazy. Saving your first $1,000 is way more important than saving your first $10,000. Why? Because that first grand, that's the proof. It proves your system works. It proves that you can do this. And that belief, that proof, that's the rocket fuel that's going to carry you the rest of the way.
And really, that's what this all boils down to.
It's not about luck or having some massive income. It's about building the belief that you can actually achieve your goals, and then pairing that belief with simple, consistent actions. That is the formula right there.
So now you have the map. You know the mindset shifts. You know the core habits. The last piece is just having a simple way to put all of this into practice and stay on track week after week.
And that's exactly why we built our pro budgeting template. It is designed for this exact method, starting small, building momentum, and staying consistent. If you want to see how the complete system works from start to finish, just click the link in the description. We've got a full walkthrough that's totally free to watch, and it shows the exact system people use to stay consistent and finally reach their savings goals.
So I want to leave you with this one question. Let's forget about the $10,000 goal for just a second. What is the first, smallest step you're going to commit to taking this week to get the ball rolling? Let me know what you decide. Thanks for watching.